Hey everybody, it's Sherry at the Crafty Decorator. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. It is so stinking hot here today, guys. Don't mind how I look. My hair was like drenched all day. My glasses were falling off from the sweat. But I wanted to come on. We'll do a pre-recorded. This is a pre-recorded video, guys. I'm not live. I wanted to pre-record how I made this topiary. What do you think, guys? I think it came out so cute. I'm in love with it. I hope my daughter-in-law likes it because they are for her. So, I just want you to see the finished one, and then I'm going to explain how I made it. Now, if you hear cars, I'm out on the front porch, guys, so you might hear traffic. But I was on the deck. It was way too hot out there, so I had to come out here in the shady part. Okay, so here's what I started with. These are the planter urns I got from Michael's. Remember I told you I did a home delivery from Michael's? These were one of the things I ordered from there. We could not find them anywhere else. They were so hard to find. I finally found them at Michael's. Now, when I researched how to make the planters, a lot of people were saying, I'm so sorry about the traffic, a lot of people were saying to put styrofoam inside. But guys, these are light. I think styrofoam, we were afraid they would blow over. So what we did, my daughter-in-law had a big bag of potting soil in the garage. So we filled them with potting soil. Because then when she's done with the pumpkins, she could take them out and she could put her plants in there. So that's what we did with that. We filled them with potting soil. Then when we were at Hobby Lobby, we were looking for, now what did I do? Oh, here it is. We were looking for round dowels to put into the pumpkins, and they didn't have round, so we ended up with square, which is okay, it doesn't matter. And we got a 5/8 by 36 inches. So what I did was stick it all the way in the dirt, down to the bottom. People going by, as far as it would go. Okay, then I still had this. Okay, next, I did the holes in my pumpkin. So let me explain the pumpkin to you. We got our pumpkins at Hobby Lobby. This was the big pumpkin for the bottom. This was $35 and then 40% off. Now, I thought they were all styrofoam, guys. Okay, it says take the stem off and cut a 1/2 inch hole on the top, or an inch hole on the top and on the bottom. So I pulled the stem out. Well, when I pulled the stem out, guys, there was a big blob of glue and styrofoam in here. I had to dig that out. Once I got that out, you are not going to believe. There was concrete in there. I am not kidding. I had a chisel. I had to get a hammer and a screwdriver and chisel the concrete. I am going to show you. Look, this is what I had to chisel out of there. This is concrete. I don't know why they would have concrete inside the pumpkin. Maybe so it wouldn't blow away. But I had to chisel that out from the top and the bottom. It took me. So I couldn't find a razor blade or a utility knife, but I found this in their toolbox. This is a pumpkin carver. So how fitting, right? I cut the holes with the pumpkin carver. Once I got that chiseled out, I was praying the other pumpkins were not the same. So this was the large pumpkin. This was for the middle. Now when I cut the hole in this, I pulled the stem out in this one, and then I cut the hole. It's just styrofoam. Thank gosh. So I cut the hole on the bottom and a hole on the top. You only need it big enough to fit your pole. Okay, so that was that one. So the bottom and the middle, you cut the hole on the top and the hole on the bottom. Then for your top pumpkin, you're only going to cut the hole in the bottom. You leave the stem. So there is that one. Thank goodness this was styrofoam also. Then, once I put my pumpkins on there, I put these two on first. And then I put the one on the top. And I still had a whole bunch of space. Like I couldn't push the pumpkin down. It's supposed to leave the stem on. So I measured my space between the top pumpkin and the middle pumpkin. I measured that with a tape measure and I marked it. I took my stick out, I measured how much I needed. I needed to cut 9 inches off. So what I did, I marked the stick, my dowel, my square dowel. I marked my square dowel. And then I just used a hacksaw and I just cut the extra 9 inches off. Then I stuck this back into the planter. Then we wanted greens on the bottom. You can use whatever greens you want. And it doesn't have to be a wreath, but we saw this at Hobby Lobby and she loved it. So we put the pumpkin on top of it on the floor in Hobby Lobby and it looks so pretty. So all I did, and I'm gonna tell you, make sure your dirt is filled to the top. Because when you put if you're using a wreath, when you set it in here and put the pumpkin on top, it sort of caves in. So make sure your dirt is to the top. And see how nice that lays on there? Then, I can't really see. Okay. Then, you take your pumpkin. Let's see. Take your big pumpkin and slide it on and push it down in there. I gotta come this way, guys, so I can see how it's looking there, because I want to make sure it looks okay. Okay. Now, another thing I'm going to tell you. Now, if I thought of it, I would have bought my Gorilla contact adhesive. You guys know I love my clear grip contact adhesive Gorilla, but I forgot. So she had this strong stick by DAP in there. So I am using this. The only problem with that was it's like a gray color. So when I squished the pumpkins together, I was seeing the glue. So I would recommend a clear one. So, okay, so you're gonna add your glue around your pumpkin. Then, take your second pumpkin. Make sure you got the bottom. And you're gonna add your second pumpkin. Push my stick down a little too far. Okay. I gotta come around to make sure it's like even. Okay. All right, so that your second pumpkin's on. Now you have to add your glue again. Add your glue around the top of this pumpkin. You gotta add it too where it's gonna touch. So add your glue. Oh, I got a little clog there. There it goes. All right. Ah, I just stuck my hand in there. Okay. I don't know if you could see where you can see a little white glue. I'm trying to get it so where it's gonna lay better. Sorry guys, you have to play with it to get it in the right spot to lay good. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so once I had these together and I was seeing the white glue, now we weren't gonna add leaves in here, but I was seeing the white glue and I didn't like it. So we had bought in a eucalyptus garland at Hobby Lobby. Well, she doesn't know it yet, but I cut it apart. I needed leaves, guys, for the center. And I thought these were pretty. So let's see. So I shoved the leaves in there. While the glue is still wet, I probably could cut this a little bit. I'm going to cut this a little bit. You might have to cut them a little bit. Okay. So while your glue is still wet, you can add these in there. And you'll just have to play with it to get it the way you like it. I'm so sorry about all the traffic. I think everyone's coming home from work. I tried earlier, but it didn't work out to make the video. Okay. Okay, there's that. And I want to put some on the back too. My Jackie's sitting over here. Nothing. You're good. They can't see you. I'm adding some eucalyptus to the back. You don't need the stems that long. Okay. Let's see. I gotta come around, guys, and see what it looks like. Okay. Then I wanted to fill in the bottom some. So I took more eucalyptus and I just filled in around where the greenery is. I just stuck it right in the dirt. You can fluff them out. Gives it a little more dimension too. Okay, let's see. I like it to come out from underneath the leaves. All right. All right, let's see what it's looking like. All right, so what do you think? I think it's pretty. I think it's so pretty. I'm liking it, and I hope she's gonna like it. She's not home yet, so we'll see what she says when she comes home. I have 2 stems left. I guess I could just add them in. Maybe I'll add one in this one. Okay. Hey, tomorrow's Thrifty Thursday, guys. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thrifty Thursday. And I did get a video made before I left. So there you have it. It wasn't that bad, really, except for this big pumpkin. That big pumpkin was terrible. So if you buy the big pumpkins at Hobby Lobby and want to make a topiary out of them, plan on chiseling the concrete out of the middle. Okay, guys, that is it. Thank you for joining me, and I'm still sorry about the traffic noise, but I just wanted to come on and say thank you for joining me, and I am still here, and I have a couple more things planned, and I can't wait for y'all to see what I did with the dryer balls now. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks. Bye.